How y'all doing? It's your boy Mark Lowe, man, and I am the founder and creator of Qollaby. Yeah, just want to talk to y'all today about purpose, man. Purpose it's a strange thing, for real, especially when you're walking with Christ. Because just like trying to or attempting to discern God's voice compared to your own thoughts, you know, it could be a bit difficult. It's one of those things when you're trying to, let's just say you got aspirations, you got goals and dreams. So you formulate some sort of path around your goals and dreams, but that may not be your purpose, from Christ. That may just be a personal purpose that you formulate for yourself. And that may not be what the Most High wants you to do. I'm not going to say that mine changes, but I believe that as broad as this may be, I believe that my purpose is to help people. It's to help people that's been in certain similar situations like I've been in, especially as far as business, as far as like advertisement, as far as just helping people get to a bag without sacrificing themselves, sacrificing too much of their time. I feel like I'm taking it all on my back right now just to make sure that I can open up them doors. It's going to take some help. It's going to take some help from the people I'm trying to help, of course, and not even financially. It's free. The app is called Qollaby. Y'all go download it. It's in the iOS store right now, currently, while you're watching this video, and check the date, but it should be in the Google Play Store within, I say, 2 weeks. Another 14 days, it should be in Google Play. So, yeah, but either way, I believe that's what my purpose is, to help people, help entrepreneurs, help my brothers and sisters that's out there that's working a 9-to-5 and they hate it. They in a position to where, they don't want to go back to school and the ladder just don't treat them well, as far as the structure of growth within any type of industry, any type of career path. I noticed for myself that I could run an entire department. But a lot of times I'm getting inch by inch as far as my title. And a lot of times they'll give me the money without giving me the title, which was another sign to let me know that, okay, they see my worth, but are they willing to really give me everything that I deserve? Out of all these years since I transitioned to a professional career path, I haven't seen it. I've had some good supervisors, but if the power was in their hands, then it would have been so. But it wasn't, because of the structure of these companies that I work for and these governmental. So yeah, I created this specifically for the entrepreneur. Let me get back to what I was talking about, purpose. As unfortunate as it is, a lot of times we go through life constantly, picking up new purposes instead of being locked into one. And I believe that's because we close ourselves and tie ourselves down to specifics. Mainly my path into getting to my purpose was talking to God, was really locking in with God and really asking him, hey, what do you want me to do? How do you want me to do it? God gave us this mind, constantly asking for wisdom and knowledge. He's putting the tools in your hands to build. And with that, I don't believe that God will allow you to, especially asking for his guidance, to build something that he don't want you to use. How he wants you to use it, something a little different. I try not to be too specific and leaning into my own understanding when it comes to what God wants me to do and how he wants me to do it. I choose that for everything. I choose that for my marriage. I choose that for my business. I choose that with my friendships, my relationships. I even choose it at work, for real, to be honest. We already know how we're supposed to carry ourselves and we're supposed to be righteous. So I lead with all of those things that I know that are for a fact. And I don't believe that God will have me in certain rooms if I'm asking for guidance and knowledge without his stamp of approval being up there. So my purpose is broad. Inch by inch, though, I'm getting closer to what I believe my purpose is, or what he wants for me to do, and that's help people. Yeah, without checking in, sometimes you can catch yourself, you paddle out too far, and then you realize, hey, I done wasted a lot of resources, I done wasted a lot of time, a lot of effort, sweat equity, all types of equity. I done wasted a lot because I done veered off. And then you turn back and you want to ask God, exactly like what's going on. Sort of with an attitude, but you started leaning into your own understanding and got too far out. And it's like, hey, I told you to get in the boat. I didn't tell you to go all the way over there. Or I didn't tell you to paddle out that far. I'm gonna give you an example to hit home. So with me, I believe God gave me everything I needed to put this business together and this rap tight. But I don't yet have the people. That's where y'all come in. So either way, I started paying for ads, Facebook, Meta ads. I started paying for, different things, different avenues. I think I paid for an ad campaign on TikTok. And with that being said, I caught myself one day because it didn't necessarily work. Meta basically told me that I was not eligible to advertise on their platforms any longer because of the similarity. My platform is a social media platform, so that was dead. But either way, I found something else that I was going to do. And as I was researching it in the car, I remembered, plain and simple, I was about to go into the gym. And it was sort of like God was sitting in the passenger seat, just watching me. And I had already I had already kind of told God that you have control. I've given up control over everything. And I'm looking for guidance with everything concerning this business, my family, my wife, my checkbook. I gave it all to God. But at the same time, I wasn't necessarily 100% moving that way. Yeah, I wasn't checking in on everything, Excuse my French, but if you throw enough, against the wall and you hope something will stick, that's mainly, how I was carrying it. And I remember it was sort of like God was in the passenger seat. This wasn't too long ago. This might have been a couple weeks ago. And it was, you think about doing that? Okay, that seems pretty clever. Let's see if that worked for you. And I'm hold up, wait. Yeah, okay. I got it now. Because I said that I want you to control this bank account. All my investment money for the app, all my advertisement money, all my development money, all the money for my family, Basically, I want to be a steward of all the blessings you've given me. But at no time do I want to control anything. Yeah. Because this is all you. And that's how I'm walking. That's how I even got here. That's how I managed to move here in the whole nine. So I just wanted to make sure that I was following God's direction. So I sat there in that car and I was like, hey, I got it now. I love you so much. I got it. I want to make sure that I check in and ask and pray and, ask for this wisdom and this knowledge and this direction before I make these decisions, before I hit that submit Apple Pay, before I drive to this networking event. I'm giving it all to God, and I'm looking for Him to make sure that I'm on the right path. See, that's the thing. So that's the other side of it. It's not so much of you do something and then you hoping. No, I got faith that God got me. So it's over with. After I submit it to God, it's over with. It's a done deal. It's, I'm considering it done. Matter of fact, I'm thanking Him for what I asked for. I'm thanking Him for the outcome already because I submitted it to God, and everything just been kind of falling in my lap, for the most part, and blessing for me and my family, So from there, I gotta say that I did slip up maybe once more with winning something that I shouldn't have joined. And I know it was kind of gimmicky. I'm not gonna put their name out there, but if it turned into something, it'll be that. But I was dealing with content creators, but it was a platform for content creators. And mainly I wasn't informed and instructed on the platform correctly. With that being said, it didn't end right. Our little back and forth, our contract didn't end right. It's possibly some content creators, not a lot, maybe like 2 or 3, mainly one, to be honest, that deserves a few dollars. So I reached out to him. I canceled everything. I reached out to him directly and told him, hey, I explained the whole scenario, the whole situation, and I'm just waiting for a response so I can ask for a cash app. But until then, this is where I am, just kind of, just waiting on God to let me know exactly what's going on. I'm taking the approach now. I prayed on this thing. I wrote I wrote an email to Byron Allen. And I'm going to see if he would like to, just have a sit down with me and possibly talk about some sort of partnership, or he could offer me a product to get this, to get the awareness out. Either way, that's where I'm at right now. I wanted my app to explode I wanted to be, nationwide already. It's only been in the App Store 3 weeks. But the little things that I've been doing, I've been hitting roadblocks. So I'm waiting on God to, let me know exactly where I need to be and how I need to go about it. Yeah, I need partnership. I need a mentor, because being in this tech space is different, especially coming from where I come from and coming up how I came up. This is not something that's normal, for real. This is not a normal thing. At the same time, I want everybody to know that it's possible. Anybody could do this. Anybody could get to this point. And I didn't create like a simple app, like a little game, that you could develop within, a day. Yeah, my app is it's really complex, and it has a lot of pieces to it that make it, not necessarily difficult to create, but I created a business. I didn't just create an app, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I need y'all support. If y'all could, go to iOS right now, download Qollaby, Qollaby. Download Qollaby, create a professional profile. So as you're putting it together, go to edit profile, create a professional profile. If you're an entrepreneur, post your business, post all your handles, all your links. You can put your website up there, your phone number. You can put your Twitter, your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok, your X, your Amazon link, however you want to do it. You can put them all on your profile so you can have one place. When somebody asks you about your business, you could be specific and say, hey, no, catch me on Qollaby at such and such, just like you do with these other ones. But then they'll have access to all your handles. I'm basically trying to open up the door for these businesses, man. So I want us all to be able to connect. I want us all to be able to collab. Qollaby has 5 great benefits that just, exceed expectation when it comes to social media networking. One of the things, if you have 10,000 followers on Qollaby, you can write up a message, say you got some type of promotion or advertisement. You can write up a message and hit one button, and it'll go to all 10,000 of them. Yeah. So with that being said, that's a thing, Yeah, that's a thing. And that's one of the great benefits. Another benefit is for you to, if you want to buy an ad, you can get an ad for $1 a day. For 30 days, you can actually choose where you want your ad to be, and it'll be like a digital billboard within the app. So for instance, if you got a hair salon and you running an ad, you can post your ad in a specific place, wherever you choose, and it'll be there for 30 days. So whenever somebody, let's just say we're in Los Angeles, and somebody searches Los Angeles, beautician or whatever, your ad will always show. It's going to be right there in the feed. It's not going to move. It's not going to change. People can continue to post, the free post, the regular post. For $1 a day, your ad will be right there. That's just another benefit. I'm not going to get too in detail, but y'all got to check it out, man. It's called Qollaby, Qollaby. The best and next social platform for entrepreneurs, business owners, and community for us to connect. It's no vanity. It's no, it's no gimmicks. It's no AI videos, you can't really tell what's going on. It's not necessarily for promiscuous content, I should say. None of that. It's just strictly community efforts, businesses, entrepreneurs, and things that are of sale. So you can sell your car up there if you want to, just like all these other ones. But mine is specifically for that. So y'all check it out. Qollaby. I shouldn't even call it mine, because it's yours. I built this for us to be able to get our business off the ground. I saw a void. It's low level, and then it's really high. But for somebody who kind of got everything together, they just need some assistance without going out there and getting that $200,000 loan. You should be able to advertise with 10 grand. You should. I'm just saying. So, yeah, let's make sense of this thing. If y'all build this up, Qollaby will be here to stay. Qollaby will be here to stay. If y'all help me build this up, entrepreneurs, business owners, and community efforts and engagers alike, we could all make this thing happen. Download Qollaby now, and let's turn this thing up, man. I'll check with y'all soon. It's Mark Lowe, man. Peace.